Okay, folks, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly dungeon muser today. So today, I'm just going to double check and make sure we're actually going live, because it will be important today that we are actually going live. Yes, we are. Terrific. So this is the big day. The time of recording, it is July 1st, 2019. This is the, for those listening at home from Canada, happy Canada Day to you. And if you are not, I'm still going to wish you happy Canada Day. And as is traditional for folks who are not from Canada, I'm sorry. Now, this is the actual live draw for the Heroes Save Villages charity that charity raffle that we have been running for the last about 2 months and change. For those who are unfamiliar, over the last 2 months, we've had an opportunity for people to go to the usual charity fundraising campaign that we run on our YouTube channel called Heroes Save Villages, where we have linked up with the SOS Children's Villages International Charity. And over the last 2 months, rather than just the regular rewards that we offer for the charity, we've had an opportunity to buy raffle tickets. And every $25 Canadian that was donated, it got you one entry into the raffle. And I am very, very proud to announce that as of today, or when we cut off the donations at noon, we raised $1,246.23 for the children who benefit from the services of SOS Children's Villages International. So I am extraordinarily happy that that's we've managed to raise that much. I thank you, a huge thank you to everybody who donated to this campaign. We sold 48 tickets, which made for a very easy chart to set up for an encounter table. So, for those who are unfamiliar with the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, the charity itself operates in about over 130 countries, 134 countries. It benefits over 80,000 children who are orphaned and abandoned. The most common activity, in addition to advocacy, is to set up what are called children's villages. And it's basically they train and employ young women to act effectively as surrogate mothers for children in little villages they build. And it's really quite an extraordinary charity. It's something that's very, very close to my heart. So I am so thankful that the gaming community has been so generous, and not just the folks who donated as well, but the publishers who agreed to participate in this. We've had we had a couple of people fall. I think there was miscommunication, so we had some unfortunately, a couple of things that I thought were coming did not show up. So we do, however, have. I don't want to focus on that. First and foremost, Beetle and Grimm donated the makers of some really, really terrific prestige quality gaming products that are, deluxe versions of Dungeons and Dragons Adventures. They donated a copy of their Sinister Silver Edition of the Ghost of Saltmarsh, which is like a $250 US product once you factor in ship, or $200 once you factor in shipping. So a huge thank you to Beetle and Grimm for this. I greatly appreciate that. Also, a big thanks to Cubicle 7, who donated a copy of the Warhammer Fantasy 4th edition to the campaign. Massive thank yous to Modifius, who donated complete PDF libraries for Conan 2D20 and Star Trek Adventures, and to Pelgrane Press, who donated a copy of the PDF of the Night's Black Agents game and Mutant City Blues. I'm also going to say thank you. Monty Cook Games got back to me late last week, and I have not had a chance to confirm with them yet. They offered to donate something, so thank you to Monty Cook. Just unfortunately, got back a little too late, so I wasn't able to work out. And I want to do all the giveaways today, and I don't want people who do win to not have something for sure. So I'm not going to bother with that. There is, however, a bunch of other stuff that I donated, and you guys have exceeded the amount of things that I kicked in. Like my thought was I was hoping that some of the excess stuff that I had picked up, that I might be able to make some good use of this, and you guys have easily doubled, and in some cases, I think maybe even tripled what I spent, like the money I put into to the rewards for this. So guys, thank you so much for this. Now, let's talk about what we're going to do. I mean, you didn't come here to hear me, wax poetic about this. You came here to see who's going to win some games. So what I've done, as I described at the outset of this, is I decided to set up a random encounter table. So this is my random encounter table, and each of these represents one of the tickets that was purchased through the donations. What I'm going to do is it is 8 different subtables. And each of the subtables has 6 in them. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm using this because I have in here an oversized D6 and an itty bitty D8 because I did not plan very well. I should have got a really big D8, but because I don't want to. I found sometimes with these, especially with these oversized dice, sometimes it doesn't feel like they roll properly. So what I'll be doing is grabbing this sucker, giving it a great shake, spilling it onto the thing here, and then I will look and see what the results are. Well, actually, I guess I can hold them up so you can see. Whoops. I was wondering whether I was going to, there was going to be a question of whether they fall where I left them. But in any event, I think I'm going to be able to hold that up. So that's the plan. And as I go through, as each person's ticket is drawn, I will take this Sharpie and I'll cross that off. What I'm going to do after this, and we're going to go through, I have roughly gone in the order of the biggest prize down to the PDF stuff at the bottom. So we're going to go through from top until bottom until all the prizes are given away. And yeah, and we'll see who is going to be walking away with some pretty awesome stuff. So the first thing that will be given away is the biggest thing. And I'm sure this is the one that folks are probably the most interested in. This is the Platinum Edition. And I'm going to hold it up again. Oh, look at that thing. So this is the Waterdeep Dragon Heist Platinum Edition box set published by Beadle and Grimm. And this bad boy is going to be going, I'm sure, to a good home somewhere. So let's take a look here. Put this stuff back. Boy, I've been excited for this all day. Now, no more standing on ceremony. What I'm going to do as well is as I go through this, afterwards, I will post both in the chat here. I will change the description of the video so that it's got the names of the winners. I will also post something in the community on the YouTube channel. So let's see here. All right. So the winner of the Dragon Heist Platinum Edition box set is, we got, if you can see there, let me put my darn hands in here. We got a number 2 and a number 4. 2 and 4 is David J. Fortier. So Dave, congratulations on winning a copy of the Platinum Edition Dragon Heist box set. That is really awesome. For those who are not familiar, Dave is one of my regular players. To be honest, a lot of the people who have purchased tickets are regular players. That means that Mr. Fortier is now off the list. Dave, congratulations. That's so fucking cool. That's also going to be remarkably cheap postage because we live in the same city. So congrats to you, Dave. But that's not it. So that's the Platinum Edition Dragon Heist box set. Next up is oh boy, this is the Sinister Silver Edition of the Ghost of Saltmarsh. So this sucker is very much in the same vein as the Platinum Edition one, but it's a smaller size. To be honest, I actually like this one better. This is my copy here, back there in the burlap sack. But the copy that whoever's going to win this is going to win this. This is still in the same packaging that it got to me as. So let's see here. Put this down. And let's make the roll. Back into the box it goes. Let's see here. I'm sure that makes for lovely listening. Sorry, folks. I'll keep that away. All right, that's a good roll. Here it comes. Big money, no whammies. What do we got? We got number 6 and 6. So you got a 6 on the D8, which puts us on table 6. And then number 6, Jonathan Pierce. Congratulations! You just won yourself a copy of the Sinister Silver Edition of the Ghosts of Saltmarsh. I do not know Jonathan. Jonathan, if you could send me an email at dungeonmusings@gmail.com, we will sort out how to get your prize to you. But that's not it. There's still so many more things to see. All right. Next up. Oh, we have, this is the copy of the Warhammer Fantasy role-playing 4th edition from Cubicle 7. And just like the other one, it's still in its packaging. So this is brand new for whoever this is going to go to. Let's put it back in the box here. Nope. I should really give consideration to doing this every time I roll dice in a game. This is extraordinarily satisfying. All right, next up is, let's see here. We have a 6 on the D8 and a 2 on the big 6. That means Jeff Ivey. Congratulations, Jeff. You are the proud owner now of a, wow. So it's Warhammer Fantasy 4th edition. So I will be sure, Jeff, I do know your address, so I will get that out to you. Congratulations. That is very, very cool. We've had a great deal of fun with that game, actually, too. So that'll be, hopefully you'll enjoy that. This may also mean that we have to get that game back to the table now soon. Next up is, oh boy, another one of my favorites here. The Legend of the Five Rings role-playing game from Fantasy Flight. We've run this a couple of times on the channel, and we've got this as a new one coming up. And here we go. This one is going to, all right, we have a 7. Whoops, make sure I, hopefully the mic holds up that I'm not moving these. It's a 7 on the 8 and a 3 on the other one. So on the D6 roll, that is Greg Latour. Greg, congratulations. 7 and 3. So Greg, you're the proud owner of a copy of the Legend of the Five Rings game. That is terrific. Oh man, and it is a really, really awesome game too. I think you might really enjoy that. Next up is the RuneQuest Glorantha game, published by Chaosium. I spent most of my vacation with that particular game. Not with that copy, mind you, but with that game. So it's a beautiful book and looks like a really cool game. All right, let's see. No whammies. We have a re-roll. Okay, that is a 7 and a 3. I rolled the exact same ticket, so I'll show you folks that that's what's there. 7 and a 3, so we'll re-roll. Back to the lot with you, Nessie. Here we go. And okay, we have a 4. Yep. 4 on the D8 and a 2 on the D6. 4 and 2 is Garry Snow. Congratulations, Gary. Gary, I do not know either, but congratulations, Gary, on your new copy of RuneQuest Glorantha. Pretty awesome. All right, next up is the 2 core rule books for Arcdream Publishing's Delta Green. Now, I ran this very briefly, but this is a super, super cool game. And these books are really beautiful as well. Okay. Who is this going to? So we rolled an 8. Oh, boy. And a 1. Where am I going here? Sorry. 8 and a 1. 8 and 1 is also Greg. Greg bought $200 of tickets. So it's bearing some fruit here. So congratulations, Greg. That is very awesome. So you are now the proud owner. I'm hoping you don't have these already, of the Delta Green core rulebooks. All right. Next up is, oh yes, these are awesome. So these are the 3 core rulebooks for Rippers. Rippers is this really cool, kind of like gothic horror meets street level superheroes, kind of investigative stuff. It's a Savage World setting, but it's really cool. All right, here we go. And these are going to number 7 and number 4. Okay, 7 and 4. That is Greg again. Turns out the strategy of buying a lot of tickets is paying off dividends here. So, Greg, congratulations. You're the owner of the 3 Rippers books. All right. Next up, we're leaving the Gothic West, or the Gothic world, and we're heading off to Middle Earth. So this is the Oaths of the Riddermark book. I think it's Adventures, if I remember correctly, from Cubicle 7. This is for the One Ring role-playing game. Okay, here we go. Here we go. And here we go. 7 and 3 is a re-roll. Same thing. Back in. And here we go. Okay. 4 and a 4. Let's see here. So 4 on the D8, 4 on the D6. Robert Gamble. Robert, congratulations. You are now proud owner, hey, of the Oaths of the Riddermark rulebook. So congrats. Put that sucker down. And Robert Gamble. All right. Next up is the Conan the Barbarian sourcebook for the Modifius Conan role-playing game. This is, I keep saying this about all of them, and it really speaks to how much I love a lot of games. I actually pulled all these books out this weekend again and was looking at them. This is a really, really cool book, and this is the one that actually happens to cover Conan's Cimmerian homeland as well, too. So let's see who that barbarian is going to see. I'm not sure if it's better or worse moving it away from the mic. And hey, interesting. So we rolled a 1. I'm sure I'm trying to hold this up here. A 1. There's got to be a way for me to. Oh, you know what? I want to do this. A 1 and a 2. That is Jared Rascher. He was one of the first people to donate to the campaign. So, Jared, congratulations, and I hope you enjoy your copy of Conan the Barbarian. All right. Next up is the Guide to the Eastern Front for Acton Cthulhu. This is the, what do you call it? So I'm going to write down Jared's name here before I forget. This is one of the source books for the Acton Cthulhu line. This is the version that was for Savage Worlds and for Call of Cthulhu. Let's see here. And our winner is a 2 and a 2. Oh, here we go. Oops, shoot, I'm knocking it over. Sorry. 2 and a 2. That would be David J. Fortier again, who donated $100 to the campaign. So, David, congratulations. Got 2 things I'm going to be delivering to you, Fortier. And we're through a bunch, but there's still many things to win. As I said, we're going through. We're just scratching off names as we go. Next up is the Player's Handbook for Castles and Crusades. This is a pretty neat OSR game, an old school game that was built using the what do you call it? The D20 license before, you know, really the rest of the OSR movement really kind of got going. And here we go. This is going to, that's a 7 and a 3. I need to re-roll. I'll show you folks here, so you keep me honest. Oh, there we go. Oh, fuck, where'd you go? Damn it. You're going to have to take my word for it. That was a 7 and a 3 again. And this is one of the rare times where I'm rolling in front of players. So the novelty. Oops, shit. Oh, jack dice. Just gonna roll the. And that D8 is a lot less impressive in the roller. All right, we got a 7 and a 6 as the roll. So again, it's Greg. Again, the strategy appears to be for future years, buy lots of tickets. So Greg, congratulations on your new copy of the Castles and Crusades Player's Handbook. Pretty awesome. CC Player's Handbook is Greg. Then we have the last physical product I have here, which is one of the campaign books for the new John Carter of Mars role-playing game published by Modifius. This uses the same dice mechanic, or at least at its core, that the Conan, Mutant Chronicles, Infinity, and Star Trek Adventures use. There's a reason I'm bringing up those games. Next up is those suckers. All right, and I got fucking 7 and 3 again. Good lord. Okay, so that's, I'm gonna change out these dice. So we're getting the same. Oh, hold on here. Actually, no, I'm not. We've been doing all of these for this, so sorry, folks. I'm trying to. I just knocked it over again. You have to trust that that was a 7 and a 3 again. And I believe next time my players bitch about Roll20 coming up for the same dice, I'll play this video back for them. All right, here we go. Big money, no whammies, no whammies. Here we go. Ooh, oh, interesting. So the what I got was an 8. Let me make sure these don't turn over. An 8 and a 4. And that would be my buddy Karl Rodriguez. So Karl, congratulations. You are now the proud owner of a copy of the Phantoms of Mars campaign guide. Thank you so much for your donation as well. All right, now we are on to, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, the Phantoms of Mars is Karl Rodriguez. Next up is the PDF. So first up is the PDF library for Conan 2D20. Let's see here. So this is thanks to the very generous people at Modifius. Let's see here. All right. We got a 5 and a 1. And that would be George Strayton. So, George, congratulations on winning the complete library of the Conan 2D20 role-playing game. That's pretty fucking cool. I guess that means I'm really going to have to run this sometime soon. All right. Next up is the library of Star Trek Adventures PDFs. This likewise was donated very generously by the folks at Modifius. Okay, here we go. And we got a, oops, sorry, it's a 3 and a 3. So 3 and a 3. Bodo Grassman. So Bodo, congratulations. You will now be the proud owner of a complete library of Star Trek 2D20 PDFs. So that is great. All right, all right. Next up is the Night's Black Agents PDF. This is the core rulebook. Let's see here. And we got a 3 and a 6. Let me hold this up here. 3 and a 6. And that'll be James Henderson. James, congratulations on your copy of the Night's Black Agents core rulebook. in PDF. So that is pretty cool. That is, for those who aren't familiar with that game, it's this really cool kind of Jason Bourne, super spy meets vampires. And last but not least, this is the PDF for the Mutant City Blues 2nd edition game. This is a really, it's a police procedural meets superpowers kind of thing. So, let's see here. And, oh, here it comes. Boom. Okay. We got, let's see if I can, don't turn over. Here we go. 3 and a 4. And that would be Ingolf. So one of my regular players from Starfinder. Ingolf, congratulations. Ingolf wins the Mutant City Blues 2nd edition book. So holy smokes. And that is it. That's all the prizes. So let's see here. David J. Fortier, Jonathan Pierce, Jeff Ivey, Greg Latour, Garry Snow, Robert Gamble, Jared Rascher, Karl Rodriguez, George Strayton, Bodo Grassman, James Henderson, and Ingolf. Thank you so much for your very generous donations, guys, and congratulations. Wow. I am spent. So I've been getting ready for this all day and thinking about this the last little while. So for those who did win something, please drop me a line at dungeonmusings@gmail.com, or you can reach me on Twitter. I need to get your mailing. For those who won physical products, I need to get your mailing addresses so I can get this stuff out to you. For those of you who I do have your email, I will flip you an email tonight and let you know. But for everybody who participated in this thing, thank you so much. We raised, from a relatively small gaming YouTube channel, we managed to raise, over $1,200 for a charity that I care a great deal about. So thank you so much for your help in achieving this. And this was so successful. I think that this is definitely something I need to repeat again next year, because this was really, really terrific. For those who join me, let's see here. I seem to recall a requirement. Okay, I got some folks in chat here. Sean's at the airport. Hi, Sean. Oh, Arlen's here too. Hi, Arlen. Does it really count when I don't say interesting after each roll? Yeah, that's true. That is very true. There's a requirement for running a one-shot of the game you won, isn't there? Yes, there really absolutely should be. Totally. So yeah, anyways, thank you again to everybody who donated. Thank you. Congratulations to the winners. I'm so thrilled for you folks. All the products that you're getting are either stuff that I love so much I bought more than one copy, or it's stuff that I love so enough to contact the publisher, and they were generous enough to donate stuff to us. So thank you, everybody. And I guess, as always, until next time, happy gaming.